We are now live. All right, I need to start the recording. We're going to give it a couple seconds and then I'm going to introduce you. How is everybody out there while we're waiting? My name's Farah Hunter. I am with Km420 Radio. We love independent artists, and I have an awesome independent artist right here with us actually tonight. His name is Gwalla Gwalla, but that's not all I have to say about him. Wait till y'all hear all about him. He is a CEO label. He is and the label is Gwalla Music. He's an artist, independent artist. He manages artists. He's an actor, a published author, TV producer, an actor again, Forex trader, and a motivational speaker. I love motivational speakers too, so I'm so excited. All right, so I'm going to share real quick, and then we are going to start our little interview here. How are you tonight?
Oh man, I'm wonderful. Back, you know what I mean? Kick back, chilling, enjoying this interview, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I like the lights. You changed them to red. They look cool.
Yeah, I see you like that color.
I do like, yeah, red and hot pink. That's my thing. All right. Do you see us live?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, good. I don't know why it's not showing it to me. They're probably blocking me. Facebook does not like cannabis activists.
I bet.
Yeah, they like to block us a lot. It's okay. I don't see it, but I'll share it later. Don't worry. They can't block me. That's why we do Zoom instead of Facebook Lives. Okay.
Yeah, they be hate.
Yeah, they don't like that. Oh, okay. Okay. So, I want to start out with, are you ready for me?
Big ready.
I want to start out with your book because I am currently reading your book. So I'm on like chapter 18-ish, I think. Yes, Field of Blood. Yes. It's written by Clifford Gwalla Evans. And that cover's a little gruesome, y'all, but you know, there's some gruesome parts in there. He's lived a very rough life. So yeah, so it just shows. Yeah, it's been incredible reading your book and your story and your, growing up in Louisiana. I had no idea in Louisiana there's like a 7th, 8th, and 9th ward that you speak of, I think, in there. And those are like heavily gang areas from what I'm gathering. Is that right?
Well, in New Orleans we really don't do gangs, but it's basically considered like gang. It's really like 3rd ward. It starts from 3. You have 3 all the way up to 17th ward. Okay? Yeah, a lot of people rep their wards like other rep gangs.
It's interesting. Yeah, it was very interesting. I'm hooked in it. I wish I had more time to read because I'd be done if I did, but I don't. I'm very busy. But okay, so with that, and you said something about, boy, I don't know if this was in the book or if this was on your interview I watched, but you said something about, it was in the interview. It said something about you moved during a hurricane to Houston. Is that where you're currently at, Houston?
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now, Houston.
Very nice. The rest of KM420, Renee McCain, she lives in Houston. Just so you know. So you'll have to hang out with her next. How fun! I didn't know you were in Houston until I watched that interview. I was like, oh, I thought you were in New Orleans this whole time.
That's pretty dope, man. I love Houston. Houston showed me a lot of love.
Houston
and of course, my other business partner who runs Gwalla Music, she's the president of Gwalla Music. She's from Houston. You know what I mean? And she on that 420 life for sure.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. 425. I love it. Hell yeah. All right. So you also do, okay. I have a question about, we're going to move on from the book because I haven't read enough to ask you enough questions probably. But I do want to know, what is up with your eye patch? Why do you wear an eye patch? Is it a brand thing or?
Well, with the eye patch, you know, it turned into a lot of things. It turned into fashion. Like, you know, I'll come a little closer so you can check this one out. You know what I mean? Swag.
I saw your red one. You've had a few colors I've seen. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what happened was, you know what I'm saying? And that's basically, it tells you when it bigs up to that point in the book, part 1. You know what I'm saying? If you complete the book, you'll know why I wear the eye patch. But since we're doing the interview, I tell you, man, I had a very graphic injury where I was actually shot in the head, point blank range with a .40 caliber.
Is that in the book? Oh my goodness. Terrible.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So just to go back into it, what happened with it was I was in a real bad situation. I was literally facing lethal injection and the less in prison, and the less I could have got was life in prison. That's the less I could have got, right? Okay. Charge was first-degree murder charge. And I made a covenant with God. God actually proved to me that he was real without me asking him to prove to me was he real. Not only is God real, but the Holy Spirit is real. Jesus Christ is real, and God is real. And it proved it to me because the Holy Spirit came to me just as the Bible said it would. And it sounded just as the Bible said it would. And it gave me the understanding just as the Bible said it was. So I made a double covenant with God, right?
Okay.
And when I made that double covenant with God, in less than 2 months later, he let me out of prison. I was basically gone. So 5 years passed. I did it, you know, I had the beautiful life at that time, the best life I ever had at that moment in life. You know, I got married, 3 kids, big house, good job. And one of those covenants was that I'd never sell drugs again. But when I lost my job, I went back to selling the drugs, and within like 6 months, point blank range, .40 caliber to the head. Yeah. And I'm sitting here before you now, you know what I mean?
You got to learn those lessons from God and the universe, or they come back, don't they? Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. I was chastised because I didn't keep that covenant. But I think I survived because I only broke half. I made a double covenant and I only broke one. So I think because of that other one, possibly I'm still here.
Well, you're here for a reason, for sure, and I love it. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got a lot to give the world. I mean, you got a plethora of stuff that you're doing and you're providing to everyone, and you're an inspiration. So I love it. I think you're doing great things. I think that's why you're here, is to inspire others.
I could dig it, man. You know, I could dig it. I've been watching you for a while, man. Like I said, I don't know everything that you do, but you're very good at what you do. And I actually been waiting for this moment because I've been wanting to work with you for a while. And I mean, the vibe is definitely there and it's dope. So I'm quite sure you're an inspiration to others as well. You did.
Oh, I try. I definitely want to inspire others because everybody should know they're loved, and there's no reason for all this turmoil in the world. Let's all just love each other, show kindness, be mindful, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I know. I know. I sound like a hippie. It's okay though.
You all right though. Hippies are pretty cool.
Yeah, we are. We're really cool. We're laid back. We're chill. We go with the flow. Whatever you need. I'm excited to work with you in the future because I know that we'll be able to have a working relationship because you're doing so much stuff and so much of it intertwines with what I'm doing too. So now that we're talking, all right. So I want to know, what is your next project?
My next project is I got a few next projects, right? Excuse me. But my next project, what we wrapping up now, is my album, my upcoming album, and the title of that album is Bags Over Bullshit.
Okay. When's that coming? I mean,
we definitely dropping that in 2021, man. I've been working on that album for 4 years now.
Incredible.
and we basically wrapping it up. We got some features on there for some other artists, legends. So it's like Lil Ya from UNLV. Right now we working on some music with True, C Murder label. Corey Miller, that's actually in jail right now, serving life. They're trying to get that turned over. And you have people like Kim Kardashian, who is actually stepping up behind them to get them released. So we working with that label. And we just been intertwining, man. You know, everything is just like the eye patch. How the eye patch started from one thing and it turned into fashion and modeling and the people digging it. Well, that's just how our record company started off. I used to be just a rapper. That's it. Right. But I was forced to be my own CEO. I was forced to buy my own studio. I was forced to do this and do that, and it's just flourishing, man. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah. Yeah, because now you're a label, you produce other artists. Would you like some of them artists for me? Because I know you sent me the thing, but I'm bad with those names.
I'll tell you like this. I'm keeping some of my artists on hush right now. You know, I'm not putting it out there. Let me tell you something about this music industry, man. I don't like the industry. You know what I'm saying? I like the creativity of it. I like what it can do. But with all of the crabs in the bucket, I just can't. You know, I don't like the industry, man. Every time, let me rephrase that. I love the industry, right? But there's certain aspects of the industry that I don't like. And it's just like crabs in a bucket. I mean, I work with millionaires. You know, I've been in millionaire studios. I really been around there to the top of the top of the crop. Mm-hmm. I haven't had my chance yet. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna get my chance. And it's just like, in this music business, man, whoever's the greatest artist, everybody around them won't pull them down. It's like a bunch of leeches. Instead of building, and see, that's the difference with Gwalla Music, my label. We here to build you up. I like what I mean? But a lot of people is around just watching, just looking, and they waiting to tear you down. It's full of envy, man, and jealousy.
There is a lot of that in the artist. I've seen a lot. So. Man, how long have you been doing this? How long have you been really rapping and trying? You know, some people do it for a hobby for a little while, then they really try. So how long have you been really going at it?
I'm not going to tell you my age now because of the business, but I started doing this at 9. I rock microphones at 9 years old.
That's cool.
I mean, I literally rocked crowds at the age of 9.
Ooh, so you got the bug of an audience and all that at the age of 9, right? You were like ready.
Yeah. Shout out to my Uncle Peter, man. Peter Coleman. Shout out to Uncle, right? He was a DJ, you know what I mean? So he used to rock block parties and stuff like that. And he had a microphone, you know what I mean? So that's how I get to jump on a mic and rock the crowd, you know. And just to give a shout out to my uncle, let me tell you what my uncle did, right? He was a drum major, right? Yeah. And my uncle is the first drum major to ever do the crab and his hat touched the ground. If you ever see any drum major do the crab and his hat touched the ground, my uncle is the first one who started that. He invented it.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, Peter Coleman. Shout out, salute.
Peter Coleman, shout out. Love it. All right, that's cool. I didn't even, well, that's interesting. Okay, so since we kind of talked about the business a little bit, but since you're an independent artist, I know that you have to do like all the work and you do the producer. So you're doing everything. You're doing your marketing, your advertising, you're doing your producing of your artists. You're probably engineering. Are you also engineering?
Yeah, I'm engineering right now. If you look behind me, you see the screen, you see the setup. I'm actually an engineer. I never thought I'd be an engineer, but like I'm telling you, the industry itself forced me to be an engineer. I mean, you have people in this game, you spend money with them. All they see you is a check, you know what I mean? And they're not going to give you, because of some type of envy, and not shooting shots at no engineers that I work with. I'm speaking in general. If an engineer who's working your music don't like you, he's not going to mix you right. You know what I mean? He's not going to, you know what I mean? Right. So it's everything that you see me doing besides rapping, I was forced and pushed to do it.
Right. Because
I just wanted to be a rapper and get a deal. I just wanted to be a rapper and get a deal. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know I wanted to be an actor till somebody say, hey, you want to act in this movie? Come on. You know what I mean? I didn't think I was going to be an author until somebody said, hey, man, I think you should write a book. I didn't know that I was gonna have my own TV show or be a TV producer until somebody said, "Hey man, I think you should start a TV show."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how my life going.
Well, everything starts with an idea. Once it's an idea, you just make a plan and you do it.
Well, guess what? I got some ideas for you. That's for sure.
Good. Well, let's chat because I'm great at brainstorming.
I can dig it. I can dig it. It really feels good to be having this interview with you, man, because it is on a different type of, you know what I mean? Just a different type of vibe, just energy, you know what I'm saying? You can see on a lot of my interviews, I don't even smile like this because it'd be so strictly just business, you know, like just, you know. But man, hey, I tell you this.
Not all.
21, God is being so good to our company, man. If somebody could walk in my shoes and see what it is that I see,
yeah.
You know, some things happen to me to where I feel the feeling that Jesus felt when everybody wanted to stone him and he just walked past them and they didn't stone him. Like people really just don't know that feeling. It's like in a music game, right? You have everybody that's gangster. They want to rap about, I don't knock them, don't get it twisted, because I rap about the same thing, right? They want to rap about guns. They want to rap about killing other, you know, black dudes or people. They want to rap about, you know, just all of the bad stuff, you know what I mean? But a lot of them, majority of them never even lived through that life, you know? Sometimes people have to learn. See, it's good when you talk about that fire when you're shooting at somebody else, but when you feel them bullets hit you or feel them flying past you, it kind of changes your mind on life within itself. You know what I mean? So it makes me, some of the things I used to rap about, I don't even rap about no more. You know what I mean?
Right, because you evolved.
Yeah.
Listening to the universe.
Yeah. Get what you give, man.
That's right, always. Let's see. So if you could do a feature with anyone out there, who would it be?
If I could do a feature with anyone right now, it'll probably be, I have a couple of people, right? But if I could do a feature with anyone right now, it'll be Slim Thug. Okay. My bad. That's, it'll be Slim Thug.
Is it right? I was about to write that down. Are you giving me the right answer?
Yeah, it'll be Balls Hard Slim Thug, man.
Okay. Nice. Who else? You said there was another.
It'll be Takeoff from the Migos.
Okay.
Of course, it would be Rick Ross.
Oh, I heard you name him on the other interview.
Yeah, man, Rick Ross. Out of all the stars that Rick Ross didn't only blow my mind. Everybody else who was in the room, he like, excuse my French, he fucked up their minds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I couldn't believe what happened that day. You know what I mean? And like it's even right now, man. The homie probably don't even remember me or remember that happened if he see me, because that was like a couple of years ago. You know what I mean? But that always just stuck in my head. And when I looked around and seen the people in the room, you know what I mean? It's something that's written in stone. You know what I mean? So,
that was a big.
And the last one on the list would be Slick Rick.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be Slick Rick. I got this song that I remade, something like Slick Rick, and it's just dumb, man. It's Duffy like it, you know. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I listened to your song 100, which I did like it. I did like it. I loved it. It was really good. Do you have any other songs? Because I was having a hard time finding them all. I know you sent me some, but I don't think they were just you. They were other people, I think.
So let me tell you what's so great about my career, right? Okay. So check this out. I was like one of the coldest rappers in my hood. And when I say the coldest, I'm not saying from what I'm saying from what the other people in the neighborhood say, right? Okay. I was so cold. We talking about like 2000. You know, where other guys who got deals like with Young Money and so on and so forth, I was so much of a hotter topic to where they brought these guys to my hood to challenge me and battle rap me. So that's how much traction my career had or my talents had to things like that have happened. And it's just I got kind of upset that nobody want to give me a deal. So I went and invested my own money into myself. And that's how I got my first deal. You know what I mean? That was my first deal in New Orleans. When I completed and paid for my first album, thousands of dollars, the people who I paid that money for ended up signing me, right?
Right.
And then Hurricane Katrina came in and wiped that deal away. Then, you know, I got another deal, and, you know, it's just people, that's what I'm saying. I just don't understand the game. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm forced to be independent. Like when you see talent, man, you should just go with it and go with the moves. When you look back at Def Jam or you look back at these other companies, man, they didn't care if these people had a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. They gave them a deal and they put all their money behind it. And guess what? Those people made hundreds of millions of dollars and considered to be billionaires this day. But in today's time, all labels will not do that for you. When you look at me, you go back and look at me and you see everything that I'm doing. How could another record label not want to give me a deal? I just don't understand it. You got an artist who do marketing, managing, promotions, write raps, make beats. Like it's just like a one-man army. But the thing that I want to say is the reason why you can't find a lot of my music is because a lot of companies and people that I dealt with, they really tried their best to hold me back. So all of the music that I created that was live that ended up giving me deals, they don't want to put it out. They never put it out. They hold it. You can't do this. You can't do that. And that's what's so great right now about my company right now, because can't nobody hold us back. That 100, you know what I mean? That 100, that's what we did. Of course, we got the remix to the Pac song that's called Ambition. That's out there on YouTube. You know what I mean? And it's just once this album drop, it's gonna be a whole nother way of thinking for a lot of people, you know, who can do what they do. I know a lot of people. When I say millionaires, like I'm really associated and affiliated with millionaires. You know what I mean? And it's just a lot of things that I have access to that I just don't reach for. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because it don't make no sense to reach for it, because if somebody wanted to deal with it, if someone wanted to help you and they had the ability to, you wouldn't have to ask them.
Right. They would just do it. That's right.
They would just do it. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's real. From 2017, really, I'm going to go back. Really from 2016, mm-hmm. Right? Well, really before that, from 2012 up until now, my career has been amazing. I'm talking about, you know, other people who blew my mind is like dealing and working with Amigos. I mean, when you look at Offset, man, Offset and Quavo and them showed me mad and major love. Like I'm talking about, it was just crazy. Like, you know what I mean? So that's what keep my drive going. No matter what nobody say about me, no matter, I don't like Gwalla, man. Gwalla is fake. He phony. Man, don't work with Gwalla. Well, when you get with these other people who are at where those same people who hate me are trying to get, those people show me love. So why you hating? It just don't make no sense.
Well, you know what they say, the haters, you need them because they just make it more.
They make it more, yeah.
You gotta love your haters.
Yeah, they make it more. They do. They actually do.
Because
they're haters are your biggest promoters. They don't even know.
They are, because they they make all kinds of drama and crazy stuff up. They just become keyboard warriors or whatever they want to do. Whatever. You just gotta love your haters.
Oh yeah.
You always.
That's how we rolling, man. You know what I mean? And that's why the name of the album. So let me get back to this and let you know, right? Yes. That's one of the reasons why the name of this album is Bags Over Bullshit.
Right.
Because for over a decade, I've been through a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I got people that's around me. I'm watching you invest into everybody else, but don't want to invest into me. I watch you, you know what I mean, supporting everybody else. You don't want to support me. Right. You know what I'm saying? But everybody told you to come and work with me. So working with me because the people are saying work with me, but you don't want to do, you know. So I don't want to dig too deep into that. But guess what? Gwalla music back out here. Bags over bullshit. You know, that's how we do it, baby. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, the good news is that you now have all of your own recording stuff and your own everything. So now you don't have to worry about anybody else. And you'll just fly. I love it.
I can dig it, man. You know, one of my things is, you know what I do see in the future, other people that's really, you know, that will join, because this is what I do know. A lot of big pockets and big brains are watching. I know this.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're not saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? But they watching. You know what I mean? And if you watching, I'm gonna let you know this. I'm hotter than your hottest artist. Holla at me. Yeah.
Well, maybe you'll let us play your bags over bullshit. Ooh, I did it.
Ooh.
I said it. Bags over bullshit when it drops on Km420. You should allow us to play it.
Oh yeah, I tell you what, we're gonna let y'all be the first station to break the album. How about that?
That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Yeah.
I support indie artists all day, every day. I love you guys, all of y'all. Y'all are great. You guys are grinding and working, and it's horrible all the stuff y'all go through. Literally, I mean, it's crazy.
People really don't understand. They really don't understand it. Like, they don't. So let me tell you something about artists. So check this out, right?
Mm-hmm.
If your music is whack and weak, like if it's they love you. Like, you the hottest, you know. You can have the trashes, the garbages, raps, and you could be the most gangster, and you know, you out there in the streets and all that there, and your raps just they love you. They're gonna support you, they're gonna promote you. But see, if your shit is El Fuego, like if your shit is on fire and your swag just dumberific, man, they don't like you.
What's up with that? I know so many artists that could stand next to any great. They're so good.
They're so good, man. It's like one of the artists that I seen you work with. You know what I mean? That's my boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's really a great artist. You know, he's very commercial. You know what I'm saying? He's very social. He's a socialite. You know what I mean? He got a great attitude. There's no way that he shouldn't have a deal. You know what I'm saying? But you know what the industry rather do? They want people who they could be a puppet. And that's one of my things. That's one of my things too. I'm very strong-willed in how you know what needs to be done. So when I come to you and I get a deal with you and I say, hey man, we should do this and do this and do that, you have the money to do it, you have the connects to do it, why not get it done? Nah, man, just go ahead and we got you, man. Just chill out, just record, just write your raps. Man, fuck that. You know, so that's what we on, man. Gwalla music, you understand me? Bags over bullshit, you understand me? Everything lit, man. That's how we getting down.
Gwalla music, making it happen.
Yeah.
So that
all glory be to God. So I want to back up a little bit of your mind. Let me tell you a little bit about this book since you haven't read it, right?
All right. I've read half of it.
The title of the book is Field of Blood, right? And that book, the title of that book comes from the Bible. And the Field of Blood came into play where Judas betrayed Jesus. You know what I mean? And then when he found out they was going to kill Jesus, then he went to throw the money on the floor in the church. And he went and hung himself. Well, when he went to hang himself, they came back a couple of weeks later and said, what you want us to do with the money? We can't put it in our treasury because it's blood on it. You know what I mean? They say, well, go bury it in a field of blood. So they went, bought a field with portion of that money and buried the remains of that money in that field where the Gentiles were buried at. You know, people who wasn't Jews or whatever you want to call them was buried at. And that's where the title of the book comes from, Field of Blood, where it's betrayal by your closest friends and your closest associates. That's one of the things that Gwalla music has been dealing with his whole life, even up until this various point that we talk about now. You know what I mean? I live every day on the edge because people who are closest to me want to see me gone. You see what I'm saying? But by the glory of God, I still remain here. I still reside. And I see these things with my eyes. Like, it's not like I don't see what's going on. Imagine this. Imagine this. I mean, I'm just telling you a story. And this is in part 2. So I'll give you a spoiler of part 2.
Let's hear it. I'm ready.
Okay, so me and the promoter got into it because they was talking to me crazy. And when I mount up and tell them to get out the car, come on, get out this car right now. They don't want to get out the car, right?
Right.
But me and my wife end up going to the house again, you know, one day because we had another concert and they had some trash down there, you know, in their house. And they tell me, hey, But before that happened, I see a guy by the dumpster, just hanging around a dumpster hiding, right? But that person tells me, "Hey, go throw that trash in a dumpster. Go throw that trash out for me." You see what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff Gwalla Music had to deal with. Instead of those people being gang and hop out that and they talking that crap and take care of it now, you're so much of a coward, but you want to get me out of the way. You're gonna send me downstairs to the trash can where people are waiting for me. You see what I'm saying? That's what Gwalla Music, as a man deal with. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so close to God. Because a lot of people out here in this game, let me tell you something. This happens with people every day, and a lot of people don't survive because they don't have an eye to see, a vision, ears to hear, to understand what is literally going on with them. But if those people was to draw closer to God and ask for those things about eyes they can see, ears that they can hear, and a heart that'll understand, or even a tongue where they should speak is to learn it, then they'll survive that next day. You know what I mean? So Gwalla Music is a real story that will help actually change and save lives, man. And that's what we do, man. Gwalla Music, we out here, you understand me? Yeah.
It's great. All right, well, we're going to wrap it up only because I don't do very long of interviews because we lose people after about 25 minutes or so. So before I wrap it up, I want you to give any shout outs out.
I definitely want to give a shout out to you, first of all. I want to give a shout out to you, first of all, for booking this interview, man, because it's something that I've been waiting for a while, right? But awesome. I also want to give a shout out to each and every person who are supporting their own family. I don't care what kind of business they have, what kind of dreams they have. If you're supporting your own family, and I mean you riding with them till the wheels fall off, I want to give you a shout out. I also want to give other people a shout out who has an open eye and ear to hearing positive things. But I want to major give a shout out to New Orleans, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the love. I want to give a major shout out to Houston. I want to give a major shout out to VA, man, Virginia, for showing the love. I want to give a major shout out to Cali, man. And I definitely want to give a major shout out to Samantha Castro, man, the president of Gwalla Music, man. And that's what we do, Gwalla Music, man. Stand up.
Gwalla Music. We got a album dropping in 2021. We're going to end with that. And that is Bags Over Bullshit, y'all. Look for it. It's going to be on Km420. We already sealed that deal. So.
Km420, the first station that's going to be dropping Bags Over Bullshit. Make sure y'all go on Amazon and check out that book, Field of Blood. That's a nonfiction story, man. And it's Field of Blood by Clifford Gwalla Evans, man. Also, last but not least, I want to give a major shout out to Scarface, man. And Willie D of the Ghetto Boys, man. I want to give a major shout out to them dudes, man. Rest in peace, the little homie Bushwick Bill. You know what I'm saying? I want to give another major shout out to Afrocentric TV station. Make sure you catch my TV show on Afrocentric channel 15.8 every Mondays and Saturdays, man. You know what I mean? And man, just turn up. Listen, Jesus Christ is the truth, the light, and the way. If you don't believe me, go check it for yourself, yo. 420, baby.
What? God's plan. All right. Well, Gwalla, thank you so much for the interview. And hold on a moment. I'm just going to stop our Facebook Live.